Spanish nigga from the projects. I'm gon' make it, who gon' stop it? I ain't got nothing to lose, yeah. Fuck all the rules, yeah. I'm on the move, yeah. I'm on the move, yeah. I'm a young Spanish nigga from the projects.
How's it going, guys? My name is Melvin with Prime Hustles, and in this video I want to share with you how you can make money online with sublimation at home. But before I go over how you can make money online with sublimation, I want to go over the 7 key things you're going to need to start doing sublimation at home. So basically, it's like 7 investments you need to make. But let me tell you, once you make these investments, guys, it's a game changer. Okay? It's a game changer, and you're going to start making some money. Some real good money. And the opportunities and the things you can do with sublimations is endless. Okay, guys? So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, guys. First things first. Number 1 on the list for things you're going to need for sublimation is going to be a sublimation printer. Okay? Sublimation printer. The sublimation printer I use is an Epson EcoTank 2760. For the jobs that I do, it gets the job done. Okay, guys? And for number 2, you're going to need sublimation ink. So basically, the ink that comes with your printer, you're not going to use that ink. You're going to buy sublimation ink. The ink that I use is Cosmos ink. Amazing ink, guys. Amazing ink. Okay? And the third thing you're going to need is a heat press. Okay? You're going to need a heat press. The heat press I use is a Cricut. So I don't have the big clamshell heat presser. But eventually I will invest in a bigger heat press. But for what I do, it gets the job done. So if you have a Cricut heat press like I do, or if you purchase a Cricut heat press, you're gonna need a mat. So it's like a heat mat, and I'll show you everything that I'm explaining here in a second. So that's gonna be number 4. You're gonna need a heat mat. Okay. And number 5, you're gonna need heat tape. Okay, guys, you're gonna need some heat tape. And for number 6, you're gonna need sublimation paper. Okay, guys, and I will show you all that here in a second. Sublimation paper is critical, guys. You can't use regular copy paper to do sublimation, so you're gonna need sublimation paper. And for number 7, you're gonna need butcher paper. Butcher paper. You can literally get all these things on Amazon, guys. And so without further ado, I'm gonna show you the key things that you're gonna need. Okay, guys? So here we go. This right here is my printer. It's an Epson EcoTank 2760. See the ink? That's Cosmos ink that's in there. So the ink that came with the printer, I did not use. I actually put it to the side, and I filled these boxes here with sublimation ink. Okay? And once again, here goes the heat tape that you're gonna need. You could buy these by like the 3-pack rolls. Okay. Here's my heat press. Yeah, literally, I have to invest in a in a table, a more sturdier table. I'm using one of these tables here. Excuse all the cords. But yeah, this is the heat press that I use. It gets the job done for what I do it for. Okay. And this is the sublimation paper that I use. A-Sub 125G 8.5 by 11. It's awesome, guys. Okay, it's good paper. This is my butcher paper here. So this is what I use. Okay, so I'm actually going to give you guys a step-by-step tutorial on the process I use for sublimation. Here goes the mat. This is the mat that I use. So I basically lay the mat down, okay, right in front of the heat press. I put a piece of butcher paper over the mat, okay, and I put the substrate or whatever I'm sublimating on top of the butcher paper, and then I put another piece of butcher paper on top, and literally after that you press on it. You press it with your heat press, okay? So those are the 7 key things you're gonna need for sublimation. Okay, and let me tell you guys, you can make some serious money with sublimation. I personally used to do print on demand with Printful. It was alright. However, any designs that I design, and I make a mock-up, you know, for Printful, and I market it on my store, customer buys it, I cannot see what the customer is getting. I can only see a preview, obviously, of what I'm mocking up, and I'm basically trusting that Printful does a good job, which all in all, Printful has done a great job with my orders. However, I personally ordered some samples, and I have one here. This is a sample. I mean, I've been having it for a while, but this is from Printful. This is from my business. I decided to go with sublimation, so that way I can create these phone cases at home. So that way I know for a fact what my customer is getting. It is more of a peace of mind at the end of the day. Okay, guys? So I'm actually going to share my screen here in a second, and I'm going to actually walk you through some steps, okay? The example I'm going to share with you guys today is going to be with phone cases, okay? And literally this process you can use for face masks, t-shirts, you name it. Anything regarding sublimation, okay, guys? So I'm going to get straight into that, and I'll see you on the next window. So here we are on this screen, and I'm actually going to open up a new screen just to show you guys. I'm using Adobe Illustrator, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to design a phone case, okay? So let's say you're going to design a face mask, a mouse pad, a t-shirt, you name it. You get your dimensions, okay, guys? And you could use a tape measure to measure your item. So what I did in this case, I actually measured the phone case, and it's actually, I actually have it in here now. It's 3.25 by 6.5. Okay, so I'm doing mine in orientation mode, and that right there is that's basically how it's gonna look. Okay, and then after you do that, guys, okay, so make sure it's on inches. So 3.25 inches by 6.5 inches. Okay, then you hit create. Okay, so once you're here, guys, this is your blank canvas. Okay, you see it white. So let's say I want the background of this phone case, you know, to be black. So right here on the left hand side of the screen, we're gonna click on rectangle tool. Okay, so we're gonna click on that, and literally you're gonna get close to the corner as much as possible. You left click, and then you just drag that square all the way to the side there, and literally you can tell when you're out of the safe zone. So just go all the way down, voila. Okay, and then you see these this corner here, so I just gotta go over a little bit. So bam, let's see, bam. Okay, then go up a little bit, voila. Okay, and then right here on the left hand side, just double click. Okay, and you can literally just put your cursor to the side right there to make it black. Hit OK, boom, done deal. Okay, now it's black. So let's say you actually designed something, or you ordered a design from Fiverr, you made a design on Canva, whichever design software you're actually designing on. Okay, once you have your PNG, you're gonna sit here and place the PNG here. So I know that this iPhone 12 Pro Max that I'm going to be doing sublimation on, I need this area right here to be accessible. Okay, so I know I'm not going to put my design all the way on the top left hand corner, because that's basically where the camera is going to be, and the substrate that I'm using is actually cut off in the area to make room for the camera. So I'm going to go here on my folder. I'm actually going to drag this design that I have here, and I'm going to just drag it, pin it to Adobe Illustrator, bam. Okay, then I'm gonna hit the selection tool. Okay, because you see the PNG kind of oversized, is bigger than the actual template for the phone. So I'm gonna hit the selection tool. Okay, and I'm gonna click on this design, move it to the corner. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on selection tool. I'm gonna left click. Okay, I'm gonna hold down shift, left click, scale down. Okay, and the reason why I click shift then left click is because I don't want my image to be distorted. I don't want to lose any resolution on it, so on and so forth. Okay guys, so once again, I drag the image up just so I can have a better visual on me scaling it down. So I'm gonna hold down shift, left click, scale down. Okay, voila. So then right here, okay, that's more like the center right there. Okay, so this right here is the design I have. Okay, and I'm just gonna drag it down just a little bit. Okay, let's say I'm happy with that. I mean, this is the phone case that I want to sublimate. Okay, now the process, let's say you're happy, this is done, you're good, you just want to print this out and get the ball rolling. So what you're gonna do here, guys, you want to make sure you save this, and for future orders, let's say you like this design and you know it's gonna be a hot seller, right? So you want to save this template. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is first thing first, I'm gonna click on file, click save as. Okay, you see here I got 2 files. So what I'm gonna do is let's see, I'm gonna just make the file name Every Day is a Hustle. Every day is a hustle. The iPhone 12 Pro Max template. Okay, and then basically you're just gonna save this file. I suggest if you don't have like an external hard drive, I suggest you get it, because when you're saving big files like this, you don't want to kind of jam pack your computer with these files, because they will eat up your storage. So then I'm gonna click on, it's my backup right here, so I'm gonna hit save. Okay, so once you save that template, just keep everything the same here, guys. Just look at this screen, keep everything, just hit OK. So then you're like, all right, what now, Melvin? Now I want to sub this stuff, you know, I want to print it out and get it going. All right, so what we're gonna do is hit file, hit export, export as. Okay, and you could leave it like this if you want, but you see on the bottom right here, click on use artboards. Okay guys, it's important you do that. Okay, so click that and just keep it. I'm keeping mine on my external hard drive, so you could actually click where you want your image to save as. So if you want to save it in your downloads, just click downloads, but for me, I'm gonna put my external hard drive. So then I'm gonna hit export, and right here you're gonna get a visual. Okay guys, you're gonna get a visual on how it's gonna look. Okay, don't worry about that little white line. Literally, you have nothing to worry about. That's usually how it comes out. Okay guys, that's just a preview. Okay, so you're gonna hit OK. Now you're done here, guys. Okay, and you guys can play this stuff back and watch step by step on how I did it. You could literally do this process, okay, on making, if you want an orientation, horizontal, vertical, however. Okay, just make sure you get your dimensions right. Okay, you upload your design on there, and you're gonna be good to go. Honestly, I'm just gonna move this down a tad bit, right there. All right. So here, let me export that again. Just I want, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use artboards. Okay, export. Hit OK. Voila. Alright. So then now, guys, I'm gonna minimize this, okay? So what I suggest you guys do is actually download Silhouette Studio. Once you download Silhouette Studio, it'll give you it'll walk you through it. Just look for Silhouette Studio on your browser, okay, and download it to your desktop. I use Silhouette Studio 4.4. Guys, it gets the job done for me. Literally, it gets the job done. Okay, guys. So right here, so once you get you download Silhouette Studio. Let's discard that. So once you download Silhouette Studio, it's going to give you your options on how you want to set up your paper. And literally, I got mine set up 8.5 by 11. Okay, guys? 8.5 by 11. So once you got that set up, guys, you're just going to go to File. It's really cut and dry, guys. So once you set your paper size, this is how it's going to be. Okay? Just go to File. Go to Open. And I'm going to go down to that design. I think I moved this one. I thought it was going to... Okay, I think it's this one here. Alright. So I'm going to open this up. And voila. There you go. So, I don't like to just waste paper, guys. I like to literally fill it up as much as possible. Okay, guys? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on it. Okay? I'm going to... First, I left click just so you can see them lines on the side. Then you're going to right click. And you're going to hit copy. And then you're going to right click again and hit paste. Okay? And guys, my print settings, when I set up my printer with my sublimation ink, I actually have some presets where it automatically mirrors the image. So you see how it is right here. Once I print it out, it's gonna show horizontal, okay? So it's gonna be the opposite way. But I'm using tempered glass. So literally, I'm not gonna be flipping my substrate the opposite way. So I'm actually gonna I'm gonna mirror it one more time, but I'm actually gonna paste this one more time here. Just bring it down, drag this over. Okay, bam. So then I'm gonna bring this down, okay? And see, guys, so I'm using three images per paper. So guys, you're gonna save on ink. I mean, you're literally just, this is money. You're gonna be making some money, okay? So after you do this, guys, depending on what type of phone cases you're using, and I'm gonna show you guys here an example of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and it all makes sense here in a second. So I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna hit Object. I'm gonna mirror. I'm gonna flip horizontal. Okay, I'm gonna do this, Object, mirror, flip horizontal. Click on this one, mirror, flip horizontal. Alright, so now I'm like tricking my settings, okay? Now that I flipped it horizontal, so now you see it in reverse, right? But my settings for my printer is gonna actually bring it back the other way around like it was originally. So it's gonna bring it back. When I print it out, it's gonna print out like this, okay, like this one here, and that's what I want because the actual phone case that I'm using is a tempered glass iPhone 12 Pro Max substrate, and that one I just literally place it on top of the design. I don't have to do it upside down. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna flip this back. Okay, I'm gonna mirror it. Flip horizontal. I'm gonna open up my tray, my printer. Okay, I'm gonna make sure everything's good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit print. Okay, guys, and just you can see your preview here, how it'll look. I like the way it looks. Good. Hit print, and right here, guys, I have my printer. Okay, so when you set up your printer, you know, just rename it, you know, to your printer, what type of printer you have. And mine is for sublimation, so I'm just gonna hit print, and then it's just loading. Voila. So now that it's gonna start printing, guys, I'm actually gonna fast forward it so that way you can see how it looks. Alright guys, so I printed out, but before I actually show you how I printed out, I want to actually show you the mistake I made. Okay, so this whole outline of this case here, okay, that's for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Okay, and I usually give it a little room for the bleed, and it'll all make sense here in a second. However, it printed out. So when I put my substrate on top of it, literally, oh, excuse me, part of the Y is going to be cut off and part of the E is going to be cut off. So what I'm going to do, okay guys, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to reprint it, and I'm going to show you the before and the one that I printed right now and the one I'm going to print after this example here. You're going to see why. Okay, I'm just going to scale down just a little bit. Okay, something like that. Okay, then I'm going to recenter this. Okay, that right there should be sufficient. Okay, because once I put the substrate on it, it has to be able to cover all this, guys. Okay, all this right here. All right, so now that I did that, I'm going to file, export as. Okay, and we're gonna put, just so I know, I'll get confused, but no, okay. And then use artboard, click use artboard, hit export, hit OK, go back to silhouette, and I'm actually going to cut all these. Okay, right click, click it, then right click, hit cut, click it, right click it, and hit cut. Then I'm gonna go back to open. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my external hard drive here, and I'm gonna find the one that says new. Remember, I add all that stuff there. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hit that. Voila. So click it, right click it, copy, paste. So I'm printing another one. And guys, I'm actually gonna, after I print this out, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see here. So when you want to rotate it, guys, there's this green dot here on the top. Just click it, hold it, and drag it down. Okay. So I'm gonna move this up just a little bit, just so I can have enough room so when I'm cutting them, be all good. Okay. So once again, we're gonna click it, object, mirror, flip horizontal. Click it, object, mirror, flip horizontal. And guys, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna do my best to put all this information in the comments as far as the links and stuff for like Silhouette Studio, so on and so forth. I'll try my best to get all that stuff done. You know, I most likely will upload it and just edit it. I'm kind of time crunching at the moment getting this video together, but I will get it right. But any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. And also, if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Guys, you know, this can help you out and could possibly help the next person. It actually helps with the YouTube algorithm. So I would appreciate it a ton if you like, comment, and share. Okay, guys? And I'm going to hit print here. Hit print, and after I do this, guys, I'm gonna fast forward it so I can show you the finishing touches, okay, and what exactly I'm talking about. Alrighty, see you in the next group. here's the transfer, right? Here's the substrate. So as you can see in the background, you can see it's gonna print from the inside of the glass tempered case, right? So right here, I have my heat mat. I lay down a piece of butcher paper, and literally, I'm gonna lay this down upside down, okay? So where the substrate is literally upside down. So once that's there, I'm gonna lay another piece of parchment paper right on top. You know what? I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure it's centered. Okay. So you put a piece of butcher paper on the bottom, on top of the heat mat. Okay. You put what you're gonna sub on top of the butcher paper, and then you throw another piece of butcher paper on top. Okay. And then for my settings on the heat press, on my Cricut heat press, is 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. Okay. So here I go. I'm gonna start this process now. Voila. Look at that, guys. Obviously, I'm gonna let it, it's tempered glass, but look at that. Now you got a phone case, right? So that's for an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And literally the process I just shared with you guys, you can use that process, okay, for whatever you want to design on, okay? Mouse pads, t-shirts, face masks, you name it, tumblers. I mean, the opportunities are endless, guys. So this is the finished product. So I'm gonna show you here in a second. I'm gonna let it dry up, and I'm gonna show it once it's on the phone case. All right, guys. So the case is finished. I pressed it. I have the finished case here, and let me tell you, it looks amazing. It looks amazing, guys. And that's it right there. That's it. Every day is a hustle. Get up and get it. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is, brothers. But this process is pretty much cut and dry. Once you guys lock this process in, you can apply it to literally, I mean, anything. You can apply it to your t-shirts, your face masks, your tumblers. I mean, coffee mugs, but you'll need a different heat press for that to get that job done. But literally, once you make this investment, okay, you purchase your printer, purchase all the 7 things that I talked about. Literally, guys, you're in the game. You're literally in the game. And if you're not good with designing, that's not an issue, guys. You can go on Fiverr.com and you could literally type in, you know, t-shirt designs, okay? Because honestly, a lot of my designs that I had got made was on Fiverr for t-shirt designs, but I put those designs on phone cases as well, okay? And this is actually one of them right here, okay? So I also want to share with you guys some other cases that I literally made. So this one right here is actually for my brother in Florida. So I made this case for him. Okay, it's for Jimmy Butler. Literally, guys. Here, I'm actually gonna share with you guys. Share my screen real fast and show you guys. All right, guys. So right here, guys, as you can see, this was me designing the phone case yesterday for my brother. Okay. So I legit did it piece by piece, and I put it together. To get this finished product, okay? And literally, guys, I mean, it's awesome. The vibrancy with Cosmos Ink is just amazing. So shout out to Cosmos Ink. Their ink is phenomenal. This case right here, it says, "I'm not yelling, that's how we talk. I am Puerto Rican." This actually is for my sister. Okay. This is another one, same design, but this is for an iPhone 11. Okay. For all my Chicago fans, this one right here is actually for my brother-in-law. This one's for my brother-in-law as well. Okay. So check that out, guys. You know, obviously, if you're gonna have a store, I suggest, you know, don't use obviously sports logos, because I don't want you to get hit with copyright. This is actually for my brother-in-law, so I'm actually not gonna put, you know, these designs up on my store. However, when you're setting up your store, literally you can start, let's say, your Shopify store. Okay, guys, now I'm gonna start giving some tips. Okay, you can open up your Shopify store, literally open up an Etsy store. Okay, start getting familiar with those platforms, because it's going to be critical, guys. I mean, don't limit yourself to one platform, but obviously don't burn yourself out either. Okay, you could do Shopify, Etsy, do eBay. I mean, you could put your cases on the Facebook Marketplace, but let me give you a reminder: don't put sports logos, do all that kind of crazy stuff to upload those on Etsy. Some people do it, some people get away with it. Just don't be that one. That be part of that 1% that actually gets ringed up for it, you know, and get in trouble. Okay, so you can literally design yourself. I mean, you could do nice, quick designs. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here. Obviously, I outsourced this through Fiverr, this design, so I can literally sell this design with no problem, because I own the rights to that design, and I got it designed for me. However, I do other stuff, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the case I did for my brother, and the Bears one as well. I just got the logo. Okay, I got the font. I download my fonts from thefont.com. Okay, and actually this design I purchased from Etsy. So you could purchase designs literally already made on Etsy. Just gotta be careful. Just make sure it's commercial free use. You can use them. But for my brother, literally, he actually sent me the image. It had a bunch of other stuff in the, around it, so I removed the background, just kept Jimmy Butler on there, and I literally found, you know, the clip art of the trophies and put in the name. I actually designed it. I did this whole design, so I didn't buy it or nothing like that. I actually did this on my own. So guys, you can play around with it, and the more you play around with it, the more you're gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because you know I always like Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? It's just tough, you know. And then I be time crunching as far as, you know, I work a full-time job, so obviously this is my side hustle. So I do this literally on my spare time, and I obviously want to transition eventually to make this full-time, because I know I got it in me and I know I can do it. I just be tying myself up to work, you know. But eventually I'll get there, you know. So guys, just keep a reminder. So when you're printing out your transfers, okay guys, so this is that first sheet that I have printed out. You know, obviously I can still use this with the little bit that's gonna get cut off, not big of a deal. So my suggestion, guys, is don't use up paper with just one. Okay guys, just literally put 3 on there, cut them up, same way I did with this one here. Okay, so as you can see, I still got 2 left. Okay, so if I get an order from a customer wanting an iPhone 12 Pro Max, voila, here I have it. Okay, so I could literally go and use these up. See, and I also got one here, one I did for my brother yesterday. See, I got one here with 2 trophies, and I got one with 1 trophy. Okay, so literally guys, save these. You know, you can just save paper, you know what I'm saying, and that way everything's gonna stay on top of your designs, and you know, kind of tag them up on the side, just like, so you know, hey, this is for an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So when the customer places an order, you go back just to check, oh look, I got one, you know what I'm saying, and that way you don't have to print it. And another tip I'm going to give you guys is once you print out your designs for your phone case or for whatever sublimation product you're going to be subbing on, let it dry. Okay guys, literally let it dry. Literally, I say 5 to 10 minutes. Just let it sit and dry. That way, when you fully sub it on, no issues, no smears, none of that. Okay, guys? And that's pretty much it, guys. I want you guys to really, go back into this video, see the process, okay? From when I opened up a new Adobe Illustrator document, I put my dimensions in. Okay, guys? Look. Literally, get your tape measure, okay? So literally, like, you grab whatever you're gonna wash name side by side, okay? Be like, oh, okay, that one's 3.25 and that's 6.5. Voila. Okay, so your width is gonna be across, okay, and your height it's going down. I'm sure you guys get that, and that way you can start making some money, start creating some awesome stuff, guys. Okay, and also, if you enjoyed this video, if you found value in this video, guys, leave me a thumbs up, okay? Leave a comment and share. That way it'll help others as well, and it'll help the YouTube algorithm get it booming. And I obviously want to be more proactive on making YouTube videos and creating content for you guys. I actually enjoy it, and when I call myself trying to sit back and create content, something comes up. So I'm going to make time for it, and I'm going to be consistent. Alright, guys? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.